Hi Flosstube, it's Brittany, the Beanbag Stitcher. I hope everybody has had a wonderful week. If you've been in the southeast, I hope that you have survived the winter storm Diego. We've still got snow on the ground. Where I'm at, we hit about 14.5 inches before the sleet came in and started packing it down some. So we've still got snow melting. I will be heading into work this morning on a delay because I only have 2 dogs to do and they won't take me long. So I'm just going to go in a little bit later once the sun has had time to come up. So I'm so glad that y'all joined me again for another Flosstube episode. I haven't posted in 2 weeks. After I posted my last video, I got really sick. I had a cold, and I was unable to film a Flosstube video, but no worries. I've still been stitching, still been crafting. We've got a ton to show y'all today. If you're just joining me for the first time, hi, my name's Brittany. So I'm working on tying up some loose ends before we move into 2019, and I am actually going to follow Stitchin' Mommy and several other Flosstubers in a No New Start 2019. So what I am currently doing is finishing up projects that needed desperately to be finished. They were so close to being done that it's ridiculous that they weren't. And I am also getting stitches in just a few projects that I want to work on in 2019 so that it's not technically a new start. I will not be buying anything in 2019 as far as crafting stuff goes unless it's like a thread that I need to finish up a project. But I won't be starting anything new, no new patterns. I decided to do it, because I have a ton of whips. And I would really like to get them finished and on the wall. And my husband and I are currently working on paying off my student loan debt and saving up the money for our forever home. So we're going to cut cost in the crafting department because it's a good place to cut cost. I've got plenty of stuff here to last me a year to work on. So let's get into it. The last time I saw y'all, I was working on a finish and a new start. So I did get that finish done, and it is my Faith, Hope, and Love cross stitch from Hobby Lobby. So I got that finished. I really think it turned out cute. It's nothing that I wanted to pay to frame or even pay a lot of money on a finish. So what I do for some of these where, they were a fun stitch but not something that I really intend on having on my wall for a long, long time, is I use foam poster board. So I just got that tacked down to the foam poster board. I actually cut this one just a little too small. But it is what it is at this point. It looks good hanging on the wall. And then I just put a hole right in the foam poster board and it hangs securely right on the wall. So there is a finish. I finished this the week after Thanksgiving, I think. But either way, got one finish. And so that week I started my Wonderland silhouette on my tie-dyed linen. And I got a really good start on this. I'm happy with the start on this. So there's that. That's the start of the border. Now, obviously, you can see this is a very large piece of fabric. So it is a pretty big piece, but I feel like that's a good start. This is going to move into 2019 with me. This is a pretty quick stitch because you're not changing colors. It's just 310. So this moved pretty quickly. So I am anticipating a 2019 finish on this. I hope. I'm anticipating a 2019 finish on that. Alright, so then after I did a week of that, finishing up the Faith, Hope, and Love and getting stitches into the new start, I moved on to my next set, which was, this one, it gets just a little complicated because I had a finish and the finish took me all of like an hour once I started it. So I technically on this week I did a finish and 2 new starts to get some of those starts finished up. Moving into the new year, so I didn't have to start anything. So this was my finish, and this does actually not belong in my home or on my wall. This is my sister's cactus, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Just finished in the hoop, ready to hang up. So this is going to be given to her today once I get to work and see her. And then I started what I am calling Mr. Rabbit. And he was a free pattern on Cross Stitch by Maria on Facebook. So here's his start. All grays and blacks for him. When he's done, he should look like a little sketched rabbit standing up in a waistcoat. So really happy about that start. Definitely will be a 2019 finish. Not concerned about that in the slightest. He will be a 2019 finish. So I got a good start on him. I'm happy with what he's looking like so far. I started my Design Works Christmas piece, which is a very large piece. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. We'll use this side. I'm going to try to keep that glare off of it, or at least move it to where you can see it, all the parts of it without all that glare from the light. So, really cute cross stitch. I'm going to be honest with you, my goal was to get through this first rectangle up here before the week was up, but it didn't happen. Life happened, so I didn't get that far, but it is a start. I started on the border. It's not much, but it is a start, and I'll pull that back out once it comes back on the wheel, and I'll put some more work into it. I'm not anticipating a 2019 finish on that, but I could be surprised. Maybe it'll go faster than I am expecting it to. Alright, so my next finish, this is the current week. This is what I've done. So we are now current. That was all the backlog stuff that I hadn't had time to film yet. So moving on to the current week, this is my finish for this week. All good things are wild and free, and that is an embroidery piece for my daughter. As you can see, I got it on the dowel rod with the string, and it hangs right up in her playroom. Really happy with this finish. The colors are beautiful. The font, the different fonts and all. I really think that this turned out to be a nice piece. Really happy with it. Glad that it's done. So that was my finish for this week. And my start for this week is my Leisure Arts Guardian Angel. Try to get some of that glare off. There we go. Guardian Angel. And I got a good start on her. Technically, I have tonight to work on her as well, but I don't think I'm going to, and I'll show you why in a second. But I think she's just going to get put up until it's time to pull her again. So I got a good start on the dress. I typically start new cross stitches in the top right corner. But with this one and the way the wings were, I just decided to start her in the middle to make sure that everything would fit on there. So, not a lot of stitches, but a good start. There's a lot of color change in this. She's going to be a slower cross stitch, but I do anticipate a 2019 finish on her. I do think that that is doable, and it'll happen based off of the system that I'm going to be using to pull these cross stitches. Alright, so moving into the next week, once this YouTube video is done with, the one I'm going to be working on finishing is my Worldly Elephant embroidery piece. And when I show this to you, at first you're going to have to look, because you're going to be like, well, wait, what's left to be done? It's that close to being done. So, we got a few more little white spots from the stamp that just need to be finished up. So, this will definitely be a finish this week. I don't think I'm going to have any issues getting this finalized and hung up on the wall. I'm really excited about it. I love this little elephant, and I love the colors. They're so bright. and vibrant. So that's going to be a finish this week. And then I am also, so my last start, I need to confirm that in my planner. And I got it here because I was actually going to show y'all kind of what I'm doing. So let me just make sure, but I'm fairly certain this will be my last start of the year. Yes, okay, so my last start of the year, moving into 2019, my last start until 2020 is going to be the Artsy Serenity Prayer cross stitch, and I'm sorry, I can't get rid of that glare at this point, so you're not going to get a good view of what this is supposed to look like. I apologize. So, I'm going to get this started. Before I can get stitches in this, I have got to bobbinate my threads. So I don't anticipate having a whole lot done on this one to show you next week, just because I've got so many threads to bobbinate for it before I can put stitches in it. But I am going to get stitches in it so that it can move into 2019 with me working on it. So let me just give y'all an idea. Now, I keep everything in my planner, my wallet and all. I have a really nice planner. It's got my cards and all. So let me pull this paper instead of picking my planner up and showing it to you. So basically what I've got going on is I categorized all my whips by small, medium, large, moving into the next year. Now, this year I've had, this past month and a half, I've had need to starts and almost finishes. That's what I'm working on right now. So that's what you're going to see here was my need to start and almost finishes. But so this is kind of what I'm doing. I've got it planned out for each week. Cactus, and I did get messed up. I accidentally pulled this one this week. So we've got the Serenity Prayer and the Worldly Elephant. And I got a small butterflies cross stitch that I'll pull the last week to finish up. Won't take me long. So that's what I've done. And I went through, when I set up this year's planner, I went through, and my daughter likes spinning the decision wheel. So I let her spin it. So I have cross stitch planned out through June of 2019. At that point, I had spun everything that was on my wheels. And instead of continuing to go, because you really, you can kind of anticipate what you think you'll finish, and in what time period. But sometimes you get extra time to work on something that you might think you might not be finishing, or sometimes you don't have quite as much time to work on something as you would like to, so something that's small that you could say that should get finished might not get finished. So I spun it through June, and that got all my whips on it at one time. And so then in June I will go back through my stuff, my whips, and reorganize what didn't get finished, get that back on the wheel, and then plan out as far as I can past that point. But so what I'm going to be doing come the beginning of the year is 1 week I'll be working on a small and a medium project. Most of these smalls, when I say they're smalls, I mean they're smalls, little bitty projects. So they should be done. And then I'll have a medium to work on. And then I'm leaving my large projects to have a week of their own to be focused on. So I'll just be flip-flopping back and forth between small, medium week, and large week. So I'm really looking forward to that, to really start getting everything finalized for the end of this year and really start pulling those whips and working on them and seeing some good finishes. I'm just really excited about doing this system. So past cross stitch, the reason why I'm not going to be working on the angel anymore tonight, and I'll just start tomorrow with my new needs to be finished and my new start, is because I have got to cut out fabric. Every year, my husband and I put together a Christmas Eve gift for my daughter, and it includes a Christmas movie with the corresponding book, a set of Christmas jummies that match the movie and book we've chose, and a activity to do that corresponds with that. So I make Alice for now the View B, the pink girl. I make those jummies every year for her. Last year we did How the Grinch Stole Christmas. So she had Dr. Seuss Grinch jummies, and we got the movie, the Dr. Seuss movie, and it was tons of fun. For our activity, we made Grinch Punch, so it was a very Grinchy green punch, and we sugared the rim with red and clear sprinkles, so it was very Christmassy, very cute. This year, we are doing the Nutcracker. So I picked up this fabric at the Hobby Lobby. Cute, cute, cute Nutcracker fabric. So I've got to get that pattern cut out tonight. Cannot wait any longer. Christmas is approaching very fast. I got to get these jammies stitched up. And in all honesty, where I've made this pattern before, and I know it's a quick stitch, in all honesty, it will take me longer to cut out the pieces than it will to actually sew it on the sewing machine. But I do have to get those pieces cut out. So that's what I'm going to be working on this evening in particular. And the only other things that I wanted to show you this week is, if you remember, sorry, my headband's going out. If you remember, the last time I spoke to you, I showed you where I had got a Leisure Arts diamond painting, so I could try it out. I was going to give you an update on that, because it is complete. Now, this was a half drill, which is the whole canvas isn't covered, just pieces of it. So, it is complete. Let me show you that. Bring that across. Aren't those colors beautiful? Love, love, love the colors. This is going to go up in my daughter's room. I did about half of this diamond painting. And then we lost electricity. And I was able to work on cross stitch, but my husband was getting bored. So I set him up at the table with the diamond painting, and he actually completed it. We had someone crashed into a phone pole or electricity pole about a mile up the road. So we lost electricity that day for about 14 hours. So I got a good bit of cross stitching done, but he completed this diamond painting, and I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to finish it. But once we do, I'll show you the fully finished and framed project. I just know that the only thing I know about it's finished is that it's going in my daughter's bedroom. That's where she wants it. And so I enjoyed doing that one. And I don't think diamond painting is something I'm going to do a whole lot of, mainly because in order to get one that's a good quality, and you can see the picture, they just are massive, and I don't have that kind of wall space. So I did get this one to hang in my kitchen for my daughter. My daughter is a avid baker. She loves to bake. This is going to be too big to show it to you in one so you can see the picture. So let me find, alright, so can you see that? Alright, so this is going to be her chalkboard. Life is what you bake it. It's going to hang up in the kitchen. So every once in a while I pull this out and work on it. Sometimes once I get tired of cross stitching. Sometimes when I get home from work, if I've had a hard day, Alice is napping, and I want to relax for a minute, don't feel like counting stitches, I pull this out to relax. But I have got a good bit of this started. You see the cupcake pan over there? Isn't that so cute? And my little cupcake, and got most of the rolling pin done. But just so y'all can see, I mean, this thing is huge. Just absolutely huge. See, it's not going to fit all in the frame, but there you go. It's the size of a poster. And I'm really looking forward to getting that done and up on the wall. So moving into 2019, I'm going to be working on this. And as far as other crafts in 2019, the only other two things I've got coming that are not whips, and that I don't have sitting in front of me, is 2 more diamond paintings. One is the head of an elephant, and it has a bunch of specialty gems in it, and that's why I wanted to try that one. It's not very big, so that's coming. And I purchased a diamond painting with chalkboard succulents on it for my sister, because she's wanting a diamond painting to hang up in her house. So, and that's it. That's all that I have bought, and that's all that's going to be bought. Now, my husband really likes doing the diamond paintings. He's currently working on one by himself. And moving into 2019, once he finishes the one he's working on, I know there's another one from the Diamond Art Club, which is where I got the Life's What You Bake It. Came from the Diamond Art Club. I know that there is one on there that he wants to do. And so when that time comes, we will probably order that. But it's not my husband that has the buying craft stuff addiction. It's me. So if he's buying something to work on when he has free time or when he wants to relax, that's one thing, because he has self-control. Me with crafts, I do not. Cannot go into Hobby Lobby. Should not be allowed to go into Hobby Lobby by myself. So we'll probably buy one of those moving into 2019 once he finishes his. But that's his thing, and not mine. And it's not the same at all for him. So that's what we've got going on. Got a diamond painting running. Got to get a pair of jammies made. I'm just going to work on a finish and a new start to show y'all next week. Hopefully I've got jammies stitched to show y'all next week. And yeah, it's been an exciting end of the year to get some of these finishes out. Focusing on finishes has really, things that are close to being finished has really been a game changer for me, and it's kind of gave me that stitchy bug back, because I'm seeing things get hung on the wall every week, and so it's been a lot of fun, and I'm really excited about moving into 2019 and seeing more finishes. So anyway, if y'all have got any questions, comments, drop them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm posting a video every week as long as I'm not sick. So posting a video update every week. And I look forward to talking to y'all throughout this coming up week and seeing y'all next week for the next Flosstube video. Have an awesome week, guys. Bye.